Yo, yo. Yo, send to a friend, man. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna finally talk about Israel. Yeah, we're gonna have that type of conversation. Please send to a friend. Yeah. Yeah, please make sure that you're liking as you join the room. Like I said, we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk about Israel. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff today. Um, yeah. And if you sense the energy, it is what it is. I'm tired of black people getting I'm letting people know. Matter of fact, wait till the music ends. Matter of fact, yo, I don't even want to hear the music. Yo, I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach about black leadership, and I'm sick to my stomach about other people, other races of people feeling like they can play with us. I, I'm I'm sick to my stomach. Why? Because we've had such, and I'm getting right into it today. We've had such weak leadership. People gonna stop thinking they can play with us. That's why I addressed Doug. Shout out to Big Bro Doug. That's why I addressed you last show, Doug. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm tired of people thinking that, and this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about now. And but it is what it is, yo. I say what's on my heart. I say what's in my mind. Um, I'm tired of people thinking that they can play with us. And I honestly wanted to have this conversation a little more calm. But we are the most disrespected people on this planet. And when I say we, I'm talking about black people. And y'all know I'm not even the type of person that the whole blackity black lives matter. That's not me. But I call a spade a spade. And just like I have energy in calling out my black brothers and sisters, I'm going to have that same energy calling out all these other cultures. The entitlement, the audacity with a lot of these other cultures is, I'm not going for it. I don't care if I'm tied to these people for my money. I don't care if I have to move in with my parents. If I got to give up my Beamer. I got to give up my apartment in Miami. I don't care, bro. I'm not that. And I'm tired of black people being that. I'm tired of black people being that. Y'all probably sitting around like, what is he even talking about? What is he even talking about? I told y'all that I went out to lunch with, let me calm down. Hold on. I told y'all that I went out to lunch on Sunday with an Indian doctor that I work with. We talked a lot about Larry Elder. We even talked about Vivek Ramaswamy's interview about the Breakfast Club. We actually reviewed both on this show. And the main thing that he was pointing out was the fact that though Larry Elder, first and foremost, was the only person that was pushing the issue of fatherlessness in Black households. Vivek is the second person that I would say that speaks on it, hasn't really spoken on it in a while, or since I've seen. Yeah, man. And here I have this Indian doctor, not a religious guy, telling me that if I ever start a program, if you ever start a program, David, to where we could help out the community in different ways, you know, I want to volunteer my time. I want to just help out, you know, and dedicate my time, because fatherlessness is something that causes a lot of issues in the community. And I'm sitting here like, yo, he ain't talking about his community. He's talking about Black people. And here, all these punk ass Black doctors that I work with, and not even say that I work with, and obviously I'm not talking about all of them, but if you hear this and you feel like it applies to you, then it does. And I don't care if I lose your business. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I'm not scared of losing money. I told y'all before, when I wear this shirt, I really believe that I really am that. I really do believe that I come from a godly being, that I'm godly. So I don't care. I'm not fearful of losing money, bro. And if I lose money, it's probably going to back me into a corner where I finally am able to create all the things within my purpose that I say that I want to live by. Because you know what's funny? A lot of times we ask for certain stuff. A lot of times when I'm having my meditation and my prayer and thinking about certain stuff and wanting to manifest certain things in my life, that I want to live more along my purpose and make a contribution to society that I'm looking to, it may remove a lot of the things, the material items in my life that are toys that I have been indoctrinated to appreciate. And why I say these punk ass Black doctors that I work with, why I say that is because none of those doctors would say anything like that. Matter of fact, my experience with most of them, those have been the ones that have done me the dirtiest. I'm keeping it real. Lied. Oh yeah, they try to use the NFL. Oh yeah, can we do this with the NFL to build them up? Meanwhile, then they go work with the white rep that works within our company. So you want to use the whole Black brotherhood. This is why, when I said that maybe I was triggered by the whole Obama shit, because I see that time to time in the industry that I work in. These Black doctors, they'll try to use me, use my connection with the NFL alumni, and then go work, use that whole brother shit, and then go work with the white Jewish, Russian, whatever you want to call it, rep that I'm competing with. I am sick of Black men, these soft Black men, this generation of my father, and I'm keeping it real. I don't think my father's soft, but I got to call a spade a spade. The generation and how he was brought up to see things, and how, because of where they come from, my grandparents, I told y'all before, were sharecroppers. They didn't have an education. They grew up on a farm sharecropping. So I'm very well aware of the fact that our parents may have felt that our fathers, I'm not even talking about our parents, I'm talking about men, that our fathers may have thought that they had to do certain things in order to just put food on the table. Well, that's not my situation. And that's not the situation of most Black men that I run into. We can't just rely on the fact, well, I got to take this disrespect, and I got to take getting violated by a group of people that have no business violating us. Just because, well, you know, your money's tied to them. I spoke to Shorty earlier. And I'm going to try not to get into it too much, but it is what it is, yo. I don't care, yo. My Shorty's pops runs a program on raising men the right way. And I'm sure she's listening. I'm sure she doesn't want me to speak on this stuff, but I don't care, yo. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this, bro. I'm sick of it. That's why I got to call my pops out too. Because I need to challenge his thinking. The generation of black men before us are soft, bro. They're soft. And yo, so let me kind of set the scene a little bit. Let me set the scene a little bit. Let me back up a little bit. So yesterday, I got him for work. They asked me to go to some holiday party for one of the practices that we work with. They asked me to go to a holiday party with my partner Heidi that I work with, the one that always calls while we're doing the show. And just to be clear, Heidi's in her early 60s. She's half German, half Italian. Yo. So we go to this event. Like I said, it's a holiday party. It's a holiday party. It's a holiday party. And just to your point, Ant, yeah, an asshole to you, but and Ant wrote my pop's an asshole. I never saw him as soft though. You know what? That reminds me a lot of these rappers. That reminds me a lot of black people. We real assholish to other black people. But then when the energy comes to dealing with white people or dealing with Jewish people in particular, that energy changes. And it's no different than these rappers and all this other, these gangbangers and all this other goofy stuff. You'll kill black people and it won't even be a problem. But then George Zimmerman's still walking around here talking shit, signing Skittle bags, bragging about killing Trayvon. I'm sick of this, bro. Let me get back to laying the foundation of this conversation for y'all. So I'm at this, so they asked me to go to this holiday party. All of the owners at my biggest client, all of the owners, Jewish. What allows me to have the apartments that I have, the cars, whatever else, live the lifestyle that I have, whatever, is based on this client. So I get invited. So they asked me to go to this holiday party. I get to the I realize, oh, it's a comedy show. Dope. Holiday party comedy show. When I get there, I'm like, oh, okay. It's probably 95% Jewish people with the yarmulke. Now, there's different types of Jewish people, as I'm sure y'all know, just like there's different types of Christians, Muslims. It was in Teaneck. If you're familiar with Jersey, first and foremost, America is a Jewish country. I don't care what values we say that it was founded on. Jewish people run America. Why? Because Jewish people are the most powerful people. The most powerful people, they tend to run the country. There's more Jewish people in New York City than in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv combined. There's more Jewish people in New York City than Tel Aviv and Jerusalem combined. Fact check it. If I'm wrong, let me know. So I'm sitting in this event, and it's cool. I'm always in these type of environments. It is what it is. I'm sitting down, and the first comedian comes up and immediately makes a joke referring to Harlem. And the joke went something like this, where it was like, yo, I'm so glad to be performing in front of a Jewish crowd. And they're using words like, and yeah, that we know that there's a few other people who are Gentiles. And I'm looking like, first off, I don't even know what Gentile means. People don't use that type of, whatever. And it just means, I guess, not Jewish. So, of course, instead of them saying not Jewish, they feel the need to say Gentile. So as they're going on, he makes a joke about Harlem saying like, yo, yeah, it's good to be performing in front of all Jewish people because And just to preface this, hold on. A little bit before that, the first person that got up before the comedian, they're saying like, "Yeah, we appreciate y'all coming out in support of Israel based on what's going on." I'm like, hold up, I didn't come here to support Israel. I didn't know that this was I thought this was a holiday party. Like the nerve, the all like what? And let me actually look back on the flyer because maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it. Hold on. So it says on the flyer, charity event to benefit. Maybe y'all can help me. Just one chesed, and helping the Shilem and their families. I don't know what that means. But everything that they were saying on stage was talking about the war going on between Israel and Palestine, and kept thanking everybody for being there. Thank you for supporting Israel. Thank you for supporting Israel in this. And I'm sitting here like, what? Like, no, that's not what I'm here for, bro. I thought this was a holiday party to support your practice. So then let me go back to the comedian because I know I'm all over the place. The comedian makes a joke saying that, oh, it's great to be in front of a Jewish audience, all Jewish audience, because comedy, we perform in some weird places. What I just got done performing at a barber shop in Harlem, to where I don't know, they just decided to convert it at night to a comedy show, but I think they were just really trying to wash money. We know what washing money comes from, right? You wash money, you sell drugs, you wash money. You do a legal activity and you have to wash money. I'm cool, right? It's just comedy. It's just comedy, right? It's just comedy. So meanwhile, there's probably like 3 black people in the room. There's a black lady behind me. She had like one of these neck braces on. She's probably in her 50s or 60s. 60s. So she's sitting behind me. So they make this comment. I'm like, oh, it's comedy, right? Jewish people are the most sensitive people on the planet when it comes to people saying anything about their culture. It is what it is. The most sensitive people on the planet. Jewish people are the most sensitive people. You can't even compliment Jewish people. Jay-Z was called, right? Jay-Z, LeBron, and all them, when LeBron was reciting the lyrics and Jay-Z made a song saying, like, pretty much celebrating, oh, I'm getting that Jewish money now, like, da-da-da-da. Saying that they're getting money, yeah. And they, no, don't speak on that. It's never fun and games when it's directed towards Jewish people. But the first joke you make, because you didn't think that you was going to be in a crowd of any niggas, maybe, was a joke regarding black people doing illegal activities, selling drugs, something that significantly impacts our community in maybe the most detrimental way that there is. So what I'm going to do is, the dude's name is Dovey Newberger. I already found his Instagram. I'm going to invite him to come on Monday or Wednesday, and we'll see if that same energy is kept. Because I'm going to call it out. Because why? I'm tired of soft ass black men allowing this type of stuff, bro. I'm sick of it. I don't care if I lose I don't care, bro. All of us sit around, especially the religious people, we all sit around and act like it's bigger than money, right? We are more principled in morals and values, and we're spiritual beings, and we need to prioritize just being good to other people, and good comes back, right? But we don't do that in our actions because we live in fear. We live in fear. We've allowed fear to destroy us as a people. Meanwhile, Jewish people, they live in fear as well, but they've united and used that fear to conquer the world, bro. So I'm on that energy now. I'm on that energy now. And all these, and like I said, I was talking to Shorty earlier. Of course, she's going to be concerned. I talked to my parents after this happened last night. I hit my parents up and we had a conversation about it because we've had this conversation. I have a Jewish uncle and aunt that I grew up next door to. Uncle and aunt, call him Uncle Neil, Aunt Judy. Aunt Judy was my Aunt Judy was a popular dentist in town growing up, and my Uncle Neil was a popular podiatrist in town growing up. Why did I bring that up? Just because I'm not in my head, I'm going in a bunch of different directions. May not address that directly right now. If you look at what's going on in Israel, let's get clear on this. This is why I say entitled. Jewish people were given land, I believe, by the United States and Great Britain. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I don't know the exact history, and you know what? I don't know if y'all know the exact. I don't know if anybody knows the exact history. I just know what I'm told. So, and I haven't commented on, the Israel-Palestine for a few different reasons. And first off, I don't know. Palestinians ain't never had my I'm tired of fighting everybody else's battles while nobody supports us. That's what I'm on. So, they fighting over there? I bet. Well, I got to fight for my people over here. And y'all know when I say my people, I'm very specific when I'm talking about just black people, or if I'm talking about my people, when I say my people based on the people that align with my principles, morals, values, and so on. I'm in a battle over here. It's good versus evil, right? We're always at war. So I'm over here fighting. So I'm tired of black people getting drawn into everybody else's battle. Everybody else uses our victimhood to advance their people, but they never, ever care about anything when it comes specifically to black people. Ever. So here you have, let's say, and I don't care if the numbers are going down. I don't care. Let's say you have Jewish people that believe that this is their holy land over there. Let's just look at the history. And what was it, 1947 to where that land was given to Jewish people? I think it was given to Jewish people by the United States and Great Britain. So pretty much you removed a group of people that was living there. And you said, here's a gift for you guys. And Jewish people accepted it because they said that this is our holy land. So should I go into Brooklyn? Should I go into New York City, where Jewish people live, to where my people were indigenous to? I already showed y'all before my mom's Native American certificate. The real Native Americans, not the ones that they try to show us on movies. The real indigenous people to America. Should I go into and knock on some Jewish doors and say, hey, my people occupied this land. I know it was given to you guys, or you bought it from people that you thought it was theirs, but it wasn't really ever theirs. So to have the energy that y'all have, to have the energy, let me be specific, to have the energy that Jewish people have when it comes to Israel and Palestine, and not all Jewish people have this energy, by the way, because you see a lot of Jewish groups. I'm not going to say a lot. Let me not say a lot. You see some Jewish groups. I'm sure it's a small percentage based on the overall energy, based on the overwhelming amount of energy. And maybe it's the type of situation where Black Lives Matter. They're the strongest in representation, but they don't represent us black people. The LGBTQ agenda is the strongest, but they don't represent all LGBTQ people. But if you don't speak out on it, then you're associating yourself with your silence. So let me get back to it. Isn't it hypocritical to be fighting for land that you believe is yours and you're entitled to based on you occupying that land over thousands of years ago? But then you live on land right now that was stolen from people less than 1,000 years ago. Isn't that hypocritical? Meanwhile, black people just sitting around allowing this type of stuff to happen, not knowing our history, believing that we came across all of us came across in the Atlantic slave trade. No, didn't happen. Read a book outside of school. They lied to us about our history. Why? Because it's easier to take your shit if I convince you that it was never your shit. So let me get back to the comedy show. So after this comedian makes this joke, I'm staring at him, giving him eyes to where you feel real comfortable in this space with your people. We're going to see if he has that same energy. And I would love to sit down in person, just one-on-one, because the energy tends to shift a little bit. So he makes this joke, and when he's done with his set, somebody else walked up. But in that time, I turned around to this black lady, and I said, "You weren't offended by that joke about black people in Harlem?" She says, "What joke?" I said, "The one where you're talking about black people in Harlem." She said, "Oh, I must have missed it." You must have missed it? And so you heard all the other jokes, but you must have missed this one. This is the generation of people that we come from. She said, "Oh, well, I think that, we should all be a little bit less sensitive." I said, "Less sensitive?" I said, "I'm fine with that." But it's funny how black people are always encouraged to be less sensitive. Meanwhile, the people in this room, and I'm speaking to her like she's next to Jewish people. I don't care. I said, meanwhile, the people in this room are the most sensitive people on the planet when it comes to anybody speaking on them and their culture. And she said, well, you do have, well, that is a good point. And I just turned around in disgust. Like, I'm sick of y'all generation. Y'all soft, y'all are Negroes. This is what, and I'm being nice when I say Negroes because y'all know exactly what I want to say. Y'all are them. So I'm sitting there, and you know what? I just told my partner, I'm like, yeah, she had her purse in my car, her wallet, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to be out. But and it was right in Teaneck, so I live right pretty much up the street in Hackensack. So I said, yo, I'm about to be out. But and she knew that I was upset. She knew that I was upset because she was looking at me to see my reaction with certain stuff. So I said, yeah, I'm out. And she's like, can you just stay 5 more minutes? And then when he's done, then I'm going to leave too. So maybe 5 seconds went by. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. Just call me and come by and pick up your wallet afterwards. So I just and I just dipped in the middle of the next guy performing. And I was on the side where I had to walk across the whole room. I didn't care. And I left. About maybe 10, 15 minutes later, I don't know whether I was on the phone with my parents or maybe I've been on the phone with Maya. I'm telling them what happened. Maybe just Maya at that point. And she comes by the house. So she comes, Heidi, my partner comes by the house. She picks up her wallet. So I get in the car and she tells me they kept going afterwards to where they started talking about German people. They started talking about like Kanye and all this. I don't know, some corny jokes about Kanye. But started talking about German people. And my partner's German. Jewish people hold on to this stuff. Like I said, the most sensitive group of people when it comes to you addressing their people. And let me be very clear. I'm not mad at y'all for it. I'm not mad at y'all for it, for being sensitive when it comes to stuff. But when you think that you can talk about black people, and I'm being nice and saying black people, because let me not get into the history aspect of it, but we know where all of these religions started. So when you start talking about black people, but then you're super sensitive with people addressing your culture in any type of way, that's when I have a problem with it. And that's when and my biggest problem is going to be with the black men that have set the tone that people can play with us. People can play with us. And I'm talking to Jewish people. I'm talking to white people in general. I'm talking to Indian people, Asian people. I'm talking to all of y'all. When I say my energy, y'all not playing with me. I'm not letting y'all play with me. And I'm sick even more so of the black men that we come from that have set the tone for our generations to come, that we can be played with. I don't care. I don't live in that fear of if you take my money. I know that I'm really that. I'll go figure out a way to make more money. I'll go figure out a way to, I'll survive without making any money because I have good people in my corner. And I don't even care if I have good, I'm not relying on them. I'm relying on if I do good, good will come. I don't care about money. I don't care what y'all gonna kill me. There would be nothing more glorious. Let me be very clear. We feel, and this is why, and why I'm going this route is for a few different reasons. I'm sitting there in the car talking to Heidi, and I'm like, Heidi, this is because I'm sick of black people. And I was telling her, and we've had different conversations. Heidi is very much a well-rounded, like she was an army brat. She grew up around a lot of different types of people. Like Heidi is different. I love her. And I'm telling her, Heidi, I'm like, I'm sick. I said, oh, people think that they can play with us because our black men, because we didn't fight. Look at our country. Look at where we live right now. We over here, please give us a reparation. Please give us some reparations. Meanwhile, you're doing it under a white banner of the Democratic Party. Stand on our own and ask for and demand reparations or else. Because you know what? A lot of white people and the government live in fear, thinking that one day, just like they said, who said it? J. Edgar Hoover, why he was so scared of Malcolm X? Because he thought that Malcolm X would be the black messiah that would finally get black people to understand and maybe fight back and get some get back for the stuff that was done to us. But we are so soft to the point where I don't even think that they consider that as a threat anymore. We have become so soft that they don't even think that. Think about that, yo. We pay taxes to this. Native Americans don't pay taxes if I'm not mistaken. They don't pay to go to college. They don't pay all this other stuff. I'm talking about the Mongolia, the supposed Native Americans. And why I'm saying supposed, because they need to be speaking out and keeping it real and saying, yo, the true Native Americans, the true indigenous people, they were blacks as well. They were this. So my energy is spread out to everybody. All of these different We live in this society, pay taxes to this country. Most of the time, even if we get a big bag of money, we're making pennies to the dollar on what other cultures, companies that we work for make. And I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. I feel like I'm better than that. And I feel like I can compete with any of y'all and win against any of y'all. That's my energy. And who's y'all? Whoever y'all decide y'all are. Whoever feels the need, whoever feels some type of way with what I'm saying, you can probably consider yourself that y'all. So I was talking to Heidi and I said, Heidi, we didn't fight. We just allowed slavery to happen. Da, da, da. And Heidi was saying, well, didn't you guys fight? You ended slavery. Heidi, we didn't end slavery. Abraham Lincoln did that as a strategy to simply fight, to leverage the Union forces against the Confederate Army. And I don't even know. I know this quote has been said. I don't know if Abraham Lincoln did say it, whatever. But I'm going to take it as I know that was the energy with the country and you, where he said that if he could keep slavery and preserve the Union, then he would. Black people, be clear. We are not Haitians. And what's so funny is we grow up making fun of Haitians. When in reality, Haitians should be making fun of us. And something that I just learned that I got to kind of confirm is that Haitians were ready. They were getting ready to come over here and help us fight for our freedom after they won their freedom in Haiti by going to war. The only reason why we don't see ourselves slavery as a war is because we were so docile and soft and allowing all that stuff to happen. I don't care. And Heidi, I understand her standpoint. She's like, Heidi, well, look what they would do to y'all if you did fight back. I don't care. Look what they did to us when we didn't fight. They're raping our fathers in front of us to buck break us. They're raping our mothers, raping our daughters, raping our sisters. What do you really think that death is worse than that? I'd rather die. And it's so funny. You go to most black inner city neighborhoods, niggas ain't scared of dying. We kill each other all the time, right? We get involved in the drug game and gangbanging where you know what's going to come from it. So clearly we ain't scared to die. But another group of people can rape your mother, rape your father, rape your brother, rape your sister, rape your daughter, rape your son. And our excuse is we got to allow it because we're scared to die? Soft. And I know you could sit here and say, well, you don't know what you would do in that situation. I don't. Okay, I don't. Y'all can believe me or not. Maybe if this type of conversation continues, if this conversation puts me in a quote unquote bad position, then maybe we'll find out. Maybe I'll find out what type of man I am, if I really am who I think I am. Whatever. Most people won't even put themselves in a position to find out. Why? Oh, well, what if you lose your income? Oh man, you mean like when I got cut from the biggest stage in the world playing in the NFL and had to move back home with my parents in the same room that I grew up in with all the different goals that I had in middle school and high school written on my walls? Bro, I don't care. You mean when I had to give up my foreign car and when I made the decision to give up my foreign car and go get a Chevy Cruze and ride around with the same energy that I had with the Audi? Bro, I don't care, bro. Y'all are not dealing with no typical nigga. I'm disgusted in black men, bro. That's why I don't like Barack. That's why I go so hard on him, Ant. I'm disgusted in black men. Do you look at the black cities? Bro, in black cities in Baltimore and Chicago, kids can't even read at reading level, bro. Where is our leadership? And we the first ones to support everybody else's stuff. When Trump was talking about build the wall, we're the first ones jumping out the building. That's racist. They should let the Mexicans in. They should let, bro, Mexicans don't care about us. And what's so ironic, the white people that were on the Republican side saying build the wall, and the silent ones on the Democratic side that were kind of cool with it, they don't even impact their lives. They come into the inner cities, into black neighborhoods, and take opportunities away from black people. But we the main ones saying that's not right. And if you look back, and maybe we'll get into this. If you look in the Bible, all this stuff was all this. When you look at Noah's Ark and Noah's sons, and how the word Semite comes from Shem, and all that, it was that the darker people were the kind people. And kind was not a favorable word. It's pretty much the suckers that would allow other people to take advantage of them. And look now, what's going on? Look now. We are the most softest, kindest, easy to take advantage, easy to manipulate, treat everybody else better than we treat ourselves. Just walk into a Caribbean restaurant, walk into a soul food restaurant, and see the attitude that you get, and then let a white person walk in. Hey, yeah, what do you need, man? Sir, you want some cornbread with that? You want some collard green? You can see the difference in how we're treated compared to how we treat our, like, bro, this is disgusting. The other cultures do it the opposite way. You think you're going to go into a Jewish restaurant, an Indian restaurant, an Asian restaurant, and then treat black people better than they treat each other? No, it's not going to happen. They're going to put all the harmful businesses in your community. The shitty Chinese stores with the terrible food that is killing us. They're going to put that in the hood. They don't even eat the stuff that they're serving us. And then they take the money out of our community and bring it back to theirs. Everybody violates black people. There's a reason why now, to the point where people want to be around us. Because we just give away money. We talked about it before. Our money doesn't circulate within our community. As soon as the dollar comes in, we spend it with another group. We don't own shit. We don't have, like, yo, I'm sick of black people, bro. I'm sick of our people. I am truly sick of our people. If you have uncle, you talk to your pops, ask them, what made y'all so soft and weak? Do you realize that? See, this is the difference. Black people, we live in survival mode as individuals. We just want us individually to be successful. Wait, don't say anything because you may lose your job. Don't say anything. Everything's about us personally. Jewish people live in survival mode as well, along with a lot of other cultures. The difference is they live in survival mode based on what's best for their people. The united front of Jewish people. We have been controlled with fear to the point where we've allowed our culture to be violated and destroyed in ways that will only set up our next generations for failure. Prime example, Leor Cohen. What does Dame Dash always talk about? The culture vultures. What was some of the things that Kanye was talking about? And I'm tired of us feeling like, oh, well, we can't agree with certain things that people say because forget all that. What was Kanye saying about the music industry and what he was calling out? And there's a reason why people like Kanye, you only hear them ranting. Why? Because they get so fed up, like I'm fed up with our people to the point where they just lash out and just say stuff. And they say it in a way that may be insensitive or that is insensitive. Maybe say certain things. They could say, it's like you 90% that, bro. Like that's like, let's argue it. Let's break it down. Is it not facts? Then the other 10 is like, bro, now you just gave people a reason to where, because you said something so outlandish to the point where now they just will throw all the other 90% away as well. What am I talking about? Right? What am I talking about? Leor Cohen. Very powerful music person. That's who Jay-Z was pretty much working for, right? He came on the Breakfast Club talking to Charlemagne and Envy, and they asked him about, well, Dame Dash always has a problem. You have these Jewish record labels that are in the black entertainment industry paying these ignorant black rappers to put poison out into our communities. And his response was, well, I gotta feed my family too. That was the energy he's on. Do you understand how arrogant you have to be? How little you have to think of black people to go on a black radio station, to have a music company that promotes disgusting things and may be the biggest detrimental influence in our community when it comes to our culture. You allow music to be put out that you would never allow to be put out and influence your culture. But on a black platform, you come on talking to black people and say, well, I got to feed my family. This is why, bro, like, yo. This is what, you know why Jesus had to do what he did? Because the people around him weren't on the same thing. So all y'all Christians out there, Jesus had to stand on principle and die to make a stand. And then some years later, these people supposedly got a word from God to write something down, call it a religion. But where were these people when Jesus was on the cross? Where were these supporters at? Why did Jesus have to get on the cross? To sacrifice himself and to stand on something that the people closest to him wouldn't stand on. So when I talk to Shorty and she's telling me this stuff, and I talk to my parents, whatever, oh, well, what if this happens to you? What if that happens to you? Yep, it happens. I hope y'all feel pain from it if it does happen, because maybe that pain will force you to put pressure. Like, especially when I'm talking to Shorty, maybe that pain will put pressure on you to hold these other men in your family that you run across and everybody else in my family, whatever it is, to stand up more. This is simple stuff, bro. I'm not talking about jumping out the window. I'm talking about simply not allowing people to violate us. And no, Tafari, it wasn't his own. He separated himself from those people. So you can't say it was his own people that put him on the cross. He separated himself from those people. And just like anything else, You could say Malcolm's people killed him. Yeah, Malcolm's people put him on the cross. But you know what? Malcolm still had supporters that were his people in his corner. So let's not act like Jesus was just out here with no friends and nobody agreed with what he was doing. No, just nobody had the courage to stand on it how he stood on it. Yo, we worship these people like black people are the only people that worship. We worship Malcolm X. We worship MLK. We worship all these black people, but we don't have the courage to be anything like them. We'd rather just celebrate them in February and then go back to living our soft lives. We would rather celebrate them on February and then go back to living our soft lives. I'm sick of this, bro. I'm sick of this, bro. Like, how do we feel like, bro, how do y'all to the men that are on here, how do y'all feel like men, bro? How do y'all not walking around feeling how I'm feeling? I feel like I'm on a defeated, soft, punkish team. Do y'all not feel that way? Or do we just disassociate ourselves with, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me? Yeah. We accept, we allow people to teach us our history. We allow people, and this goes in so many different ways, bro. We have a history as black people of supporting the very things that hurt us the most. Just like I was talking about with the border. Let them in. Let them in. Right? Dummy, they're getting ready to compete against us. They're getting ready to take opportunities from us. And they would never stand up for us. They've never stood up for us in any situation as a whole. But here we go, jumping out the window. Do y'all not realize that there's a reason why we could easily stop people from coming into the borders? The reason why these people are coming into the borders, because Democrats aren't stupid. They're looking at the numbers. They may not talk about it all the time, but they know that black people are leaving the Democratic Party. We are no longer supporting. We're no longer falling for the okie doke. The Democratic Party is based on what victims we can convince that we can do something for them, and we're the only people that can help their cause. So with black people, their strategy with us has been, oh, we'll just tell them we'll do something for them. Don't worry, they won't hold us accountable. We'll just tell them. But now they're realizing, like, yo, this ain't working. Now a lot of the women are realizing, or maybe realizing, well, because what they use the victimhood of the feminist movement, the victimhood of the LGBTQ movement, the victimhood of black people, right? Been using that one for the longest. At least the other groups got something out of it. We didn't get a damn thing. But they need a new group of victims to come in to where even if they don't vote, they're thinking long term because their kids who are now born in the United States will be citizens and then they can vote. Now, who do you think they're going to vote for? The Republican Party that didn't want them here in the first place, or the Democrats that said, come in, give me a hug, come to our cities, live right next to us, even though they're not living right next to us, they're living next to the black people. Do y'all realize, yo, this is why, and I didn't even want to say this. So I told y'all before that my uncle got like a congressional medal. Hold on, let me say what the exact award that he got. Let me see it. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta go into the other group chat. Bear with me. All right, so I don't even know what the all right, congressional medal from the president. I don't know, whatever it is. A medal. Let me try to find it. Hold on. Boy. All right, maybe it's in this chat history. All right, boom. So he got the Congress of the United States request your president a congressional gold medal ceremony. So my uncle, my great uncle, got a congressional gold medal for being the second black baseball player after Jackie Robinson and being the first in the American League. You know what's so funny about all this stuff? I grew up, everybody, when I say that, they're so proud. They're so happy. Oh, he was the second black baseball player to play. Jackie Robinson destroyed black business because he valued white people above black people. The Negro Leagues were doing better than the major leagues. Please understand this. The Negro League were making more. They were selling out more games. White people could, the white league in the Major League Baseball that wouldn't allow black people in it, they couldn't even put people in the stands. Black people, we were filling up the stands, getting in our Sunday best dress, going to these games, double headers, packed out. Satchel Paige had an airplane. He had his own private jet that they were going around just for the team. But Jackie Robinson left, then my uncle left, and then what ended up happening? We destroyed a booming black business, multiple black businesses, right? Because every team is a business. Why? Because we valued playing with white people more than we do playing with each other. Why didn't we just go bring, if we wanted to desegregate, then why didn't we just bring white people into the Negro Leagues? Y'all come play with us. Our business is booming. We good on this side. But instead, we were used as pawns to help elevate their business. They didn't do it. Branch Rickey, who brought on Jackie Robinson, did not do it because, oh, I just think that black people are so amazing and they should play with us. No, he did it for money. He knew that it would be a money play, and he knew that we had some of the best athletes. You look at Larry Doby, my uncle's numbers. He was a dominant force in the major leagues. Dominant force. I would say, honestly, he was better than Jackie Robinson, bro. Look up the numbers. But and why I say it's ironic is because I used to work for the Yogi Bear Museum, and there was a Jewish director, very nice lady, Jewish director. And I remember during Black History Month, they came. She asked me to come by and see the setup, the I don't know, what is it called, the museum, whatever they call it. See the display that they had honoring the Negro Leagues. So she's walking me through, and like I said, very nice lady. She said, "Do you realize what this did to the Negro Leagues?" And I didn't even know what she was talking about when she said this, but she was talking about Jackie Robinson and my uncle. They destroyed the Negro Leagues. They're celebrated because they came over to the major leagues, and who think about it at the time. Think about it at the time, how in real, think about what Deion did. right? We get mad at Dion, right? Or some of us get mad at Dion because left the HBCUs and went to, right? Okay. Bro, do we realize what happened? Do we realize that even though white people may tell the story that, oh, well, we should celebrate, to thank Jackie Robinson, amazing hero. Larry Doby, amazing. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, the black ball players that didn't make the major leagues, their careers were taken away from them. The business, the ownership of the teams, that was taken away from them. All the people that those teams employed, which obviously were majority black people, if not all black people, they lost their jobs. We destroyed our strongest piece of black economy. Our last standing piece of black economy, we destroyed. All because that white water tastes so much better than that water over here that we drinking. But because America tells us that we should celebrate it, that's what we celebrate, bro. Why we always got to adjust to somebody else? And it's no different than what's happening now. And my black ass is no different. When I remember, hold on. I remember when the George Floyd incident happened, one of the owners of the company that I work with, one of my clients, sent an insensitive picture showing George Floyd dying and saying, and the meme said, he sent it to the group chat with all the people that I work with, and sent a meme of saying that this is the only thing that could stop the pandemic, like a joke. George Floyd's death, because what happened? Everybody was staying in the house with the mask and all this other stuff, and then obviously, as soon as George Floyd, the Democrats and Black Lives Matter, they saw it as an opportunity. No, go outside and protest, destroy the cities, defund the police, right? One of the owners, he sent a picture of this meme saying this is the only thing that could stop the pandemic. Insensitive, right? Didn't think how I would feel about that. I didn't say a damn thing. Soft, punkish, weak, pussy. Now imagine me sending a meme of one of these hostages that are killed in the group chat and saying something like, the only thing that can get our attention off of Trump's legal issues. You think they would find that funny? So when I was having a convo with my dad last night, my dad was telling me a situation in which he had to, well, he felt that, he kind of just let slide a while ago when he was first getting into, and keep in mind, my dad came from poverty, youngest of 9 kids, growing up poor in the South Bronx. And he's the first to go to college, ended up just by accident, was one of those kids that, my dad's nickname was Don't Give a Fuck David. Don't give a fuck Dave. I know a lot of my friends and everybody, y'all see my dad now and how he, presents himself. He became an attorney. Y'all have absolutely no idea who my dad is. But because he was in a new environment, that I'm sure was intimidating for him, you know, being the first to go to college, you know, you get this law clerkship or whatever it's called. You know, and a white lady made some comments to him that I'm not even going to say the comment, but he was relating it to the situation that I had with my client. And why I'm bringing it up is because my dad, I would say that he has, I don't want to say if there's any legit excuses, because if he would have said something, who knows, you lose your job, but then maybe it forces you to start your own practice. Now, that may have been a tough thing to do, but that's what we look at Jewish people. Jewish people weren't allowed in certain things, so they had to create their own. A lot of these other communities, the same thing. So we think we're doing the right thing by, let me just let that go because, you know, I don't want to say something and react emotionally because it could impact my success, my family, all these other things, right? I don't have that excuse. My dad didn't have the same opportunities that I have. I lose this client, I go broke tomorrow. I'm good. I'm good. You want to know why? Because first off, I'm telling y'all, when I really say that I'm that, bro, I really mean that I'm that. I actually would welcome it just to show y'all how much I am that. Because you know what? It's like one of those things where, you know how people that lose a bunch of weight, like people that are obese and lose some weight, they get celebrated like, oh my God, you're so amazing, like da da da, like, oh, you're this, you're that. Meanwhile, the people that have just always maintained being in shape, there's no celebration. I talk about all the time with high school athletes. Like, shout out to my big bro, Dave Kyrie. Dave got in some issues when he first got into the NFL that he speaks on and then turned it around. And that's the heroic story that we all love. They make movies out of that. But the guy that just, you know, just keeps the righteous way the entire time, nobody cares. Nobody cares. We celebrate the addict that overcome his addiction more than we celebrate the person that never had the addiction. And I know I'm going a bunch of different ways. This is just how my mind works. It is what it is. Lock, sign, like, leave if you're not feeling it. I don't know what else to say. I am just sick of this, bro. I'm really just sick of all this, yo. We've been ruled in fear for so long, but we're not using the fear the right way. So where was I going when I was talking about the obesity and people that change their lives? Oh, this is what I was saying. So even if I lose it all, bro, if I lose it all, I'm good. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm that, bro. What's the worst case scenario? Mom, dad, I need a spot on the couch. Okay. I don't fear that, bro. I don't fear that. I'm really, yo, if y'all know me for real, I'm confident all it, like, bro, when I got cut, I didn't care, bro. Like, from that standpoint. That's why, see, that hurts a lot of people's pride. That's why a lot of cats can't transition from playing ball to something else because their pride. They still think, well, I play professional sports. I can't go get this job. I'll clean a toilet if I got to, bro. I'm telling, yo, I'm not. Bro, I'm a hustler, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't care. You know what I was about to do? Yo, as soon as I was about to drive Uber. Like, the only reason why I got into the medical field is because my pops hit up my old mentor. That's a whole other story that I got and was like, yo, he like, I know that we talked about Dak looking for a job, but just to let y'all know, like, it's a little more urgent than I thought. Like, he's substitute teaching and he's about to drive Uber, bro. Cause it don't matter to me. I'm scared. I was scared that I signed everything, yo. And my boss was like, yo, give it some time. And I spoke to my mentor. He's like, yo, just hold off on a bit. If I can get you to this position, bro, I don't care. What, I'm gonna be nervous? People see me go like, Jock, oh, now you driving Uber, bro. I don't care. I don't care. We care too much about what people think about us. I don't care. And you know what? Sometimes you gotta see somebody that you really love, somebody that you really bang with, see them suffer and go through it for you to finally get motivated to move on something. So it is what it is. That would be a heroic thing to be a sacrifice, right? Heroic thing to be a sacrifice for your people. If you could sacrifice anything in your life to leave behind to leave a world that was better when you left it than when you came in it, isn't that the ultimate? Like, yo, we got to stop allowing people to narrate the story of history, to narrate the story of what's going on right now and through their lens, bro. Through their lens. We see it happening right now in Israel and Palestine. I guess people expect Palestinians or whoever else, people try to conquer whoever else. I don't know. And it's always funny when, oh, well, when it's Ukraine, we'll support Ukraine and Russia's trying to take, but when it's the energy's always different, right? Oh, we'll allow the European nations to come in here, but the people coming from these black countries, they can't, no, we're not letting Haitians come in here. Bro, wake up. They're playing, they think that they can play with us, bro. And if you're not white and you're silent, and I mean, if you're white and you're silent on this stuff, then you're at fault too. I already called out the black people. I'm telling you, we're at fault. I spent the whole time talking about us being at fault. But if you want to come in and if you're not black and you claim, oh, you're our people, you're our friend, no, that's my bro, this is all this stuff, and you're asking me to help your business, but you don't do a damn thing to help me and mine, no, you're part of that y'all that I'm talking about. And it's gonna get real oppy out here soon because it's either you're with us or you're against us, bro. Yo, I'm done with this. Yo, y'all understand what I'm on. I don't got no 30 seconds for y'all. I don't got nothing, yo, I don't got nothing else for y'all, bro. I'm not, nah. Like, I'm not on, I'm done, bro. I'm out. Y'all, I'll see y'all on Monday.